Well, here we are. What's the date? Well, it doesn't matter. It's early April.
It matters whenever you're watching it, but if you were watching it live...
Snow, welcome to spring.
What do they call it? This isn't the polar vortex. This is the something cyclone, the bomb cyclone.
This is a very weak bomb.
Well, maybe for us, but maybe
it was a flurry.
It's over the Rockies, and it's going to last through Sunday. So let's really go ahead and be more depressed than this.
So
okay?
If you don't have a tulip mallet like I do, and you're not going to go out to your garden and pound them back into the ground where they belong until it's time, you can go to Todd's daffodilhammer.com and pick one up.
You've been drinking already?
A little bit.
Okay, that's good. Yeah. Hey, well, so this is pretty cool. We have guest celebrity reporter positions open for FanX, which of course is next weekend. If you would like to be down in the media, well, we call it the media pit, really. But if you'd like to be down there with us in all your gear and taking pictures and videos and having all the fun, all you need to do is just drop a comment today so I would know that it was you who entered, and then like our page, and then you're all set and ready to go.
You're like 20 feet away.
Mm-hmm. Now, in honor, of course, of FanX, I wanted to put up a couple of my favorite fan videos. One is for Sebastian Stan and Anthony Mackie, of course, who are in Avengers, Winter Soldier, and... what is the Falcon? Sorry, took me a minute. Yeah. And Anthony's so funny, I'm sorry. In any case, they're dead right now in the Avengers, but hopefully in Avengers Endgame, they're going to figure that whole part out and bring him back. And
someone's going to go around with a paddle going, "You made too much money for us. You're coming back."
Spider-Man who ever lived.
It's a lot of people. This is a much bigger room than I thought it was.
Welcome, sir. Everyone's been waiting. How have you been? How have you been in a post-Infinity War environment? Because the last time we saw you, you were like, "I don't want to go," and then you left us.
Very fragile. Very fragile.
What has life been since the movie came out? There's a lot of people coming up to you and being like, don't go, and shit like that.
I want to fight Tony Stark. It's their time.
I didn't know your name was Tom.
Oh, my bad, Tom. Go ahead. Tell us. Look, I'm going to put my thigh next to his thigh. So y'all can see. I'm doing quads. Go ahead.
No, it's been good, man. It's been good. Anytime anyone asks me for a picture, I just turn to dust. So, super easy.
This is what Infinity War was essentially second time you got to play, or third? Did you do a little piece in something else? No, it was just Civil War and then Infinity War, right? Then, of course, there was SpiderMan Homecoming. Coming home. I've been alive in this best of all possible worlds 47 years, so I've seen any number of different Spider-Mans, animated, TV, movies, and whatnot.
Who's your favorite?
I'm not just saying it because you're here. Hands down, easily, best Spider-Man, best interpretation. And this is what I loved about it the most. Coming from the East Coast, I'm a Jersey kid, that accent is flawless. It's impeccable. You were the first... You don't buy the accent?
Stop. There's enough of that. There's enough. Stop.
It's a great fucking accent.
Stop.
Dude, why don't you go back to fucking leg day? That isn't it's a flawless Queen's accent. He sounds like a Queen. Stop it, you're doing too.
You said it, come over there.
You're too sexy for me. It's a flawless Queen's accent.
Thank you.
Where did you pull it from?
You'd think, yeah. No, I just have a dialect coach. I just work with a dialect coach, and for me, that's the most important part. It's the first step of convincing an audience that you're from Queens. So I went to Queens. I've been asked so many times to do chat shows with you, and I just say no. I'm not doing a chat show with Mac. There ain't no way. But yeah, I just worked with a dialect coach and did the work and put it in. So yeah, it went well.
What's life been like since taking on the role of Spider-Man? You've been an actor for a while, but this is something that puts you like insanely high profile.
I mean, it's crazy. I'm sitting here with the most annoying guy alive and one of
The
the nicest
movie
people ever.
on the boat was good, wasn't it?
Say again.
There was a movie on a boat that you were on a boat.
Oh,
It was.
him and Hemsworth.
Me and Hemsworth. This is when I
Yeah.
first met Hemsworth.
You
Yeah.
actually...
The seamen. No, the seamen. The men on the
The
sea.
men of the sea.
Yes.
Say that.
It was a seat-covered film.
Yeah.
Yes.
You actually cried in that movie too. Actually, all your movies, there's a scene where you're like, I don't want to go. I'm like, nah, man, stay here.
No, I nearly drown in every movie I'm in as well.
I can see that.
I've become so good at drowning.
What was the movie with Naomi Watts where you get washed out?
The Impossible, I nearly drowned. No, for real. Honestly, I think I've nearly drowned like 6, not actually nearly drowned. Acted drowning, which is not really that much difference. But yeah, so I've become really, really good at drowning. Not a great skill.
When, this is something I want, and you can be honest or not, but how often are you in the suit? Because anybody can be in the suit once they put the mask on. Is it important
That's a
to you?
good question.
Is it
Tell
important?
the truth. Tell the truth.
Now,
Tell the truth.
taking out all the CG sequences.
Yeah.
When
Well-
it's just a guy standing there talking.
Tell the truth.
If there's no stunts involved, it's always me.
Okay.
Sometimes with some of the stunts, they are just too dangerous to let us do them. So we have doubles. But the amazing thing is about CGI now is that we have motion capture. So all of the CGI stuff has sort of been taken from my movement and then put into the film.
We're gonna blow him up a little more. Get used to it, man. He's doing a great job.
No, he's doing a great job. He's doing a great job. Just, you know. Yeah, I love you, Tom. Tom, you're so great.
Tom,
Leg day. Savannah!
Adopt me! Adopt me! I love you!
Sorry.
the moment in Infinity War, Tom. Moment in Infinity War. The moment in Infinity War where you die. I read on the internet that you ad-libbed it. True or not?
What's happening?
It is kind of true. But really, all I say is, I don't want to go, I don't want to go, I don't want to go. 3 times in a row. So it's not that amazing of an ad-lib, you know?
It totally works.
I'm so cold. I don't want to go. Oh,
Don't let go of the light.
Grandma. That was the outtakes. When you see the outtakes, it's pretty funny. It's pretty funny.
I just got a note here that says on Facebook Live, everybody's talking about Tom's Instagram message today. What did you do? What was it?
I don't know what you're talking about. I
You're on Instagram? How old are you? 18?
I'm 17.
Oh, well, that's why. Okay, all right.
Yeah. No, I just got sent the new script for a film
Spider-Man 2?
that I might do this summer.
The Todd and Erin Daily Stream is brought to you by PC Laptops with desktops and laptops starting as low as $7.99 with a lifetime parts and service warranty. They fix phones too. Go to PCLaptops.com.
All right, all the best medical stories come out of Taiwan. I'm sorry, Taiwanese doctors find the strangest things.
Now, I don't know what to call this segment of the show, but I'm going to call it, this is where I put my head down on my knees so I don't hyperventilate and pass out. And you'll see why in just a minute.
All right, so basically, Hung Chi Ting basically had an infection in the eye, a bump, and decided, hey, I'm having trouble seeing, and this hurts like, so I'm going to go in and see a doctor. The doctor took a look, ended up using a microscope, having her lay down, and actually saw something. You all right?
Come on.
I saw
Right here.
you
Keep going.
saw the leg of an insect in the corner of her eye under the bump. You all right?
Keep going.
Took a forceps, grabbed it, and slowly, gently eased it out of the bump area. It was a sweat bee. But it wasn't alone.
What? Okay. Head down. Deep breath.
It had 2 friends with it.
She had 3 sweat bees in her eye.
Right.
What were they doing there?
Hanging out. Usually they eat other things.
But they were drinking her tears.
That's so poetic.
Oh, yeah, that's kind of a self-fulfilling prophecy, isn't it? We
It's
need
like-
more tears. Oh, wait, we're bees in someone's eye.
That is the most amazing thing I've ever seen.
Oh, you wouldn't see it. You'd be crying too.
It happened in the Foyin University Hospital. Sweat bees, known as some other word, they live near fallen trees and grave sites. It just keeps getting better, doesn't it?
That's creepy. Did they
They
specify
have them in the
why
Rocky Mountains.
grave
They have
sites?
them in the Rocky Mountains as
Probably
well.
not that small, though.
That the bees are attracted to moisture, and they actually do have them in the Rocky Mountains.
That's awesome.
Guess what?
We're kind of a big deal.
We're kind of a big
We're
thing.
still a little nauseous. But this is actually kind of cool. This is one of those things where
With the
people
Google.
know us.
We're the Google. We're the Google. 1 of 2 in the hemisphere. I'm not sure. Is that the same hemisphere?
Well, no, it's not. But here's the cool deal: they're creating a new cloud over Salt Lake City. You know, when you go to the iCloud and you put all your stuff in there.
Right.
Well, this is actually, you know, a digital domain
And
where
so-
they're creating an entire new section, and it's centered over here.
South Korea
I mean, that's kind of cool.
and us. I think that's really cool. I'd like to read you some technical information now. The new region will enable customers in the Silicon Slopes area to easily run low lactating hybrid cloud networks and workloads. Latency.
That's much better because lactating was really worrying me.
That's a cloud. So anyway, we won't know it's here, but thank you very much for putting it here.
But
Google.
it's hovering, and we're a big deal now.
Oh my gosh. Will that help the inversion?
No, nothing's going to help.
Would you
that.
tell me something good?
This is a wonderful one. Are you ready for this?
I'm not sure.
Now, one of the biggest things I've had the hardest time with downtown in the Rio Grande area is that there's still so much to do. I mean, there's so much to do for, like, what do you do? And not just putting them in an apartment, but what do
For
they
the
do
home-
then? Do
for
they
the homeless.
Yeah, do they have services? Do they know how to make a living again? Can
Right.
they do these things?
Get back on track.
Well, St. Vincent de Paul is one of the Catholic Community Services programs, and this has been operating for multiple decades, and they are amazing because every single day, rain or shine, they are supplying meals for the homeless. Well, they just came up with something new, and they went, this would be totally logical. And then they went and they started strong-arming chefs around the state.
Nice.
And they
job.
were like, you're going to help us, aren't you?
How
Because there's
so?
nothing worse than being guilted. Well, what they're doing is a new 14-week program, and they just broke ground on it. It's the Homeless Testing Kitchen Training Program. And what they do is they'll have chefs come in. They'll be preparing the meals every night, and they're getting first-class training from some of these top chefs, which also I think will probably be awesome with the meals. And
I see what you're saying.
they're getting trained by major chefs. So by the time they're done with their training,
They can go work in the food industry.
and these are higher paid positions. This isn't like going as a dishwasher, though it is honorable work. This is
Yeah.
going into a line prep, or it's going into a
Right.
bigger position where you can make money to pay for your family.
Oh, that's a great idea. They've been doing this with prisons for a long time just to get people back on their feet.
Isn't that incredible? And you're also guaranteed a bed at the local homeless shelter if you're working through this program to make sure that you can be there.
That's great.
And this is something I thought was really moving. They were talking to one of the homeless guys, Smithwick, that's his name, Smithwick, who was there for the groundbreaking, and he was
Right.
talking. This is all through donations. LDS Church did some. Obviously, the Catholic Community Services did a great deal. The Miller Foundation did some. And the homeless gentleman, Southwick, pointed out Gail Miller, of course, is the matriarch now for the family. And he said, she's here every Thursday. We talk every Thursday, and I told her what a beautiful
gosh.
woman I thought she was.
Huh.
Every Thursday.
There you go.
And I didn't know her health. I thought her health was kind of...
No, she's kicking butt.
And
You
she's out
saw
there
her on the
serving
jazz
meals.
floor when she was talking about racism and such, and she was kicking some behind.
And she handled it really well.
She really did.
But I love the fact that she's there. I said, she's a good person. So anyway, that's really good news. They just broke ground, and once these programs start, this is going to be an amazing opportunity. And
It
they've
is
already
gonna
got
be.
chefs lined up for the next 15 sessions.
Plus, you're feeding people.
It's perfect.
When our boys were 3, Zachary held his hand out. He held his hand out, and Erin was busy with something, so she just handed her phone to him.
I was so stupid.
Literally, in slow motion. I will show you what happened. Ready? Ready? Here it is.
That was McLean, by the way.
I'm not done yet.
Oh, sorry.
It's broken.
Literally within like a second.
Like, replace it.
Yeah, it was actually.
Like, I don't think he even goobered it. It was just like,
yeah.
it's dead.
Boom.
It's a doorstop. Here you go.
Pretty much that's all it was.
And we've had other situations happen. Well, this gentleman in Washington, D.C., his 3-year-old.
There's something about that age.
There is something about it and an iPad. And he got a hold of his iPad and he wanted to play. So it was locked. So
Like a toddler would let that stop them.
just keep pushing the buttons, pushing the
Something's
buttons.
going to make this work.
Keeps locking you out, and eventually it locks you out to, and I'm going to ask you a math question. Are you ready?
Sure.
25 million minutes. It locked Dad for 25
Isn't that like
million
20
minutes.
27 years or
tell
something
me,
insane?
You tell me.
I think it's like 27 years, if I'm right.
25 million minutes. It's 48 years.
Wow. Now, Zoe has managed to do that, and I have a picture to prove it where we were locked out for the next 14 years, which seemed like I wasn't prepared to invest that level of effort trying to make it come home. But this is totally
Here's
topped
the
this at
answer.
48 years.
Hey, here's the answer.
Okay.
Like I would know this. I wouldn't. So basically went online, he was like, help.
My iPad's gone.
All right, so device firmware update mode. You go into that. He's updated the toddler iPad lockout. Got into the FDU mode. Don't hold it down too long, or it'll power up.
Got into FDU mode.
Right.
Don't hold it down too long or it'll end up in recovery. It's now restoring. Thanks for shared advice. There's always an answer on the Google.
And someone's going to tech school.
But that is impressive. You have to admit, that's like, this is a high-achieving toddler. I'm not just prepared to lock you out for the next hour.
48 years.
You're going to invest some time getting this iPad back.
48 years. You guys have a great day and enjoy spring in Utah.
Oh, and don't forget, the Gateway's having a fantastic Mother's Day package. Make sure you go online to thegateway.com. Take a look. It is so cool and intro. You're going to love it.
And we'll see you tomorrow on the Todd and Erin Daily Stream.